no law, walang batas ang maaaring ipasa na lilimitahan, babawasan, o di kaya isisikilin ang karapatan magpahayag, ang karapatan magbalita, at ang karapatan ng mga mamamahayag maghatid ng balita sa mamamayang Pilipino. So yun ang dapat tingnan nung komite na nag-iimbita sa mga traditional media and or members of social media. So sigurado ako dapat linawin na ang Kongreso, whether mababang kapulungan o yung Senado, ano yung layunin ng pagpapatawag doon sa mga miyembro ng traditional media kung mayroon man or new media, yung mga nasa social media. Anong layunin? Because if the purpose is under the guise of investigation in aid of legislation, they should be very, very careful. Because that is also treading on a ground that is, not incongruent with our Constitution. You just have to visit Article 3, Section 4 of our Constitution. Ang linaw-linaw dun no law, walang batas. No law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, expression, or of the press. Ang linaw dun. Sa simula pa lamang, no. Categorical na agad. No law. Walang batas ang maaaring ipasa na lilimitahan, babawasan, o di kaya isisikilin ang karapatan magpahayag, ang karapatan magbalita, at ang karapatan ng mga mamamahayag maghatid ng balita sa mamamayang Pilipino. So yun ang dapat tingnan nung komite na nag-iimbita sa mga traditional media and or members of social media.
Preso, mga resource persons at bisita at ang mga nanonood via live stream. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. On behalf of the co-chairs and the members of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, we'd like to thank the leadership of the House for entrusting us with this important task of conducting hearings regarding online disinformation in our country. Pursuant to House Resolution number 286, which was adopted by the House on December 18, 2024, the Committee on Public Order and Safety, Information and Communications Technology, and Public Information, or the TRICOM, were authorized to conduct a joint inquiry in aid of legislation on the rampant posting of false and malicious content in social media platforms while safeguarding freedom of speech and ensuring digital safety. We thank the authors, namely Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales,